Hi, this is Jack McBrayer, and you're watching Search It Up with Sienna. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to Search It Up with Sienna, where I use IMDb to discover and talk about all different types of movies and TV shows, and how the people in front of and behind the camera are all interconnected. I talk directly with the talent about their backstories and experiences on and off set, and what they're up to today. On my last episode, we talked about Only Murders in the Building with actor Teddy Kaluka. Jane Lynch plays Saz in Only Murders in the Building and also plays Cindy Lightballoon in Arrested Development. So today, we're going to be connecting to Arrested Development. The series, created by Mitchell Horowitz, is about Michael Bluth, who's played by Jason Bateman, and what the Bluth family experiences when his father goes to jail. It features an incredible talent and is smart and funny with so much intention in every detail of the production. And my guest today, Maureen Osborne, will take us behind the scenes and talk about all those details and her role as the set decorator on the series. In addition to Arrested Development, Maureen has also worked on The Lost World Jurassic Park, The Martin Short Show, On the Verge, Station 19, and more. And now, without further ado, please welcome Maureen Osborne. Hi everyone, so we're here with Maureen Osborne, who is the set decorator on Arrested Development. Hi Maureen, I'm so excited to talk to you today about Arrested Development. It's one of my favorite shows, and I haven't had a set decorator on my web series before yet, so I'm very excited to learn more about the job and what your role was on Arrested Development.
That sounds fun.
So what first interested you in being a set director, and did you study anything related to it in college or high school?
I went to San Diego State and I got a degree in graphic design and art history. And they ran out of a class that I was supposed to be taking, a photo class, and I couldn't get into it. So they said, "You want to do an internship?"
Oh, so
So
cool.
I had an internship at San Diego Magazine, thinking that would be really great. And then I had an internship with Disney. And I had so much more fun on the Disney show. It was with the guys that were in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the
Oh, yeah.
original. So I did a show with them, and I thought this is so much more fun. And then my uncle lives, I'm from Santa Barbara, California originally. He sold a house to a set decorator, and he
Oh,
said, "Can I do you a favor?" And so they hired me on a movie called Rising Sun, and I
oh,
became
very
a movie.
cool.
So that's how it started.
Did you in high school or before, what were like your interests when you were like younger before college? Was like being a part of like the film and television, like behind the scenes set, always something that interested you, or?
No, not at all, actually. I was in graphic design and art history, and I really thought it would be, fun to draw and, do
Yeah.
logos and that kind of thing. And then this came up, and it was more fun because you're part of this machine that's everybody's doing something, and
Yeah.
it's crazy how it all comes together and gets done.
Yeah, 100%. And so you said your first job was Rising Sun, right?
Yeah,
Um, and what your role on that was a set decorator, or?
no, I was the production assistant, and then somebody quit, so I moved up to the art department coordinator position.
What did those jobs entail for that show or for that movie?
I'm just going to tell you who was on it. It was all the guys, like I said, who did Apocalypse Now and The Godfathers, and so it was old school, and so it was very interesting to learn how they did things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, lots of tempers and fun, lots of craziness going on that show. But I mostly, I was in charge of all the graphics at that time, coordinating things, making sure everybody had the right information for what we were filming that day. What was missing, making sure it was all there,
Mm-hmm.
whatever they needed me to do, basically.
Very cool. And one of the movies you worked on was Jurassic Park: The Lost World, right? And what did you do on that movie? And did you work on interior set decor or only as exterior, or what was that like?
No, we did. Shoot, I had a couple of photographs I was going to share with you. I'll have to grab them. I misplaced them. Um, I helped design the inside of the trailers.
Oh, that's so cool.
So what was crazy is it was the first time we did product placement. So nobody wanted to go to that meeting. So I met with Panasonic and, a huge table of people. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So we ordered as much as we could. Well, what ended up happening is none of it showed up on time.
Hmm.
So we had to race out to all these different places in Los Angeles to try to find stuff that would fit.
Oh, wow.
Those we cut out, we pre-cut. So, that was pretty crazy. I designed cups, InGen cups
Hmm.
and things like that. I still have that,
Oh, very
things,
cool.
some things you get to keep. We also helped on the top where Steven Spielberg had, we had a helipad and all kinds of things. And so we helped design the inside of those businesses like diesel oil and,
Yeah,
all kinds of
that's so
things like
cool. Wow.
dinosaur eggs. And we used ostrich eggs. I still have one, I think.
Oh, wow.
And they were for dinosaur eggs.
And
But it was
did you um how do you work how did you get that role on Jurassic Park?
let's see, I don't know which movie. I had done a few jobs with the same group of people, and so they brought me along. And then I just sort of took over roles that nobody wanted to do, which to me was fine.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you go to that meeting, you go to that meeting here, those kind of things. But yeah, it was just who you knew, and then just making sure you got everything done.
Mhm.
If you didn't get it done, you were gone. Might let you go.
And you said like you got like ostrich eggs. How do you like go about as a set decorator like finding like ostrich eggs for the set? Or is that part of your role, or do they like supply you with it and then you just figure out where it goes in the shot?
Technically, it was a prop, but we've kind of worked with the prop department.
Mhm.
And like, who knows somebody who has ostriches that could be sitting around that are empty, that we could. And then we also made a couple just to make sure that it all looked cohesive.
Oh, very cool. And when and how did you get involved with Arrested Development?
My friend Dawn Snyder, who was a production designer, called me and said, "You want to do this show?" And I was supposed to do something with her in Texas, and that fell through. So I said, "Sure, that sounds fun." And what a wild ride
Yeah.
that was. I mean, there were so many changes, and what they would do is, I don't know if I can say this now. It's probably fine. They would keep the scripts off lot so nobody
Mhm.
could see what they were. So we'd get like an outline to design and decorate from. So
Oh, wow. Oh, that's really cool. And then
yeah,
did you and then you worked on it for how many seasons again?
4 or 5, the
Oh,
first
wow.
five.
Okay.
Then we thought we were all going to come back when they came back, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. And how closely did you work with Mitchell Hurwitz, the director?
Oh, pretty closely because he's very detail oriented,
Hmm.
and he's always got a backstory for whoever's in the shot, um, and really great comedic timing. So I learned a lot from that, from
And
him. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. And did like the timing like I mean the show is just so even like in the writing it's so detailed and like very like subtle details that like but make it like how good it is. Did when like the different scenes and like the different um like did you ever work with like the writers I guess like to like communicate different details with that at all too?
And when we have a production meeting, we get their notes so that we could make sure.
Oh, got it.
Like, I really like it to be this, or some particular item, like even the eggs. I'd like them to look like this, or
Hmm.
um, so that they could get their vision across.
Yes, definitely. And did you work directly with the talent at all either?
Yes, yes.
Was there any like experiences you could talk about with that?
Uh, Jason Bateman, I had met him through a friend of mine a long time ago,
Hmm.
and I didn't tell him till the end of the first season that where we had met in Santa Barbara, where I'm from.
Oh, wow. Oh my
He
gosh.
said, "You were there that night," one of those fun things. Will Arnett, everybody was just pretty great.
Yeah. Did you and like was there ever like if they were like about to call like or like they're about to shoot a scene or anything? Was there ever like were you like part of the um part where you would have to like fake like oh like I want to change this one thing really quick before like we
If I
shoot?
was on set, yes, I could do that
Very
with the
cool.
design.
Yeah.
So, but, we're not seeing, sometimes when you're looking at the screen, you're thinking, oh, well, there's nothing in the background. It's like right now with the light behind me, you'd
Yeah.
want to get rid of that. But or something unique that you thought should be there. So sometimes, yes.
Very cool. And do you have a favorite room or area you worked on in the set? Because there's so many different. I mean, just like with the model home and like the Lucille Bluth's like their apartment, like everything is just so detailed and like fit for the show. So, what was like your favorite room to work on?
So what happened is Mitch was from Orange County, Mitch Hurwitz, and there were a lot of model homes and all these developments going up. It was kind of the first time that that would happen where it was everywhere. And there was one store that had a model home. It was a
Mm-hmm.
model home store. So I went down to Orange County and just bought as much as I could.
Oh wow.
But in regards to Lucille's apartment, she was like money, but that's why I put in the gold. I thought the goldish beige would be cool because it makes it look rich,
Yeah.
um, and really tailored. I think she was really tailored and high end, like her clothing.
Very cool. Which was were
So,
one of those your favorite, or did you have a different favorite room that you worked on?
well, my favorite room, and no, that's not the one. I was thinking of Lucille. Uh, sorry, my husband's. Let me think. I had fun. Well, one of the most fun things I had fun doing was when we when they sold the house as the house plan to Saddam Hussein,
Uh huh.
and so we made the house look like a model home in Iran, in
Oh,
Iraq.
that's oh yeah, that was like making
But
that.
yeah, I got this goat's head snuff box. It was sitting next to him where he was supposed to sit watching the TV. It was just so just found all the most quirky, fun things that you could think of
Yeah.
just to make it look a little off, but unique.
And did you have like you so that's like your favorite sort of room. Do you have like a favorite like set like prop or anything that you ever had to use to decorate?
Well, the fun one, we always had the turkey on the table on the
Oh,
dining.
yes, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Sometimes it would be in there and sometimes not. Sometimes you hide something underneath the turkey.
um and was there an episode or like set you had to decorate that you remember being the most challenging?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. There were so many.
Yeah, I mean I
I
can
think it's the
imagine.
last minute things, the last minute. There were so many last minute things. Like we get notes like, oh, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to do this. And so you
Yeah.
just start at 6 a.m. at Warner Brothers Studios Prop House and load up trucks. I think it was probably that. We filmed out in not Melody Ranch, but anyway, it's out near Santa Clarita. And
Mhm.
we had a old bicycle. Anyway, they wanted it to be like a rock. So
Mhm.
I went in at 6 a.m. and at Universal Studios and pulled all the brass things I could get, like anything you could imagine that would be sold on the street in Iran.
Yeah. Oh wow. And then just put them there.
And we just loaded the truck, and then somebody rode me around on a bicycle with a trailer. And
Oh my gosh.
I was pregnant at the time, so they're like, okay, where are we going next? But yeah, it was very like anything that looked old was really interesting because everything was aged there or just not brand new. So
Yeah, definitely.
in real life, so we tried to match that as the best we could,
Yeah.
making posters and just a lot of detail.
Mhm.
Mosque hanging, things that hang over a mosque when you come in,
Yeah.
materials and yeah.
Well, what I think is so cool too is just like thinking, I mean, obviously there's so many different like reoccurring like sets, I guess, for the show, but also like the model home, like it's just like unlike any other show because like that has to be like perfect and have like it look like a model home like they live in it, but obviously there's like the parts of it that still look like this is just like your average home on sale kind of.
Yeah, it would just change. It was constantly changing. We'd add things and take them away, but in general, it was bland.
Yeah.
Static, I guess is the other word, but yeah.
And what was the most memorable part of working on Arrested Development? Do you have any like memories or just like in general something that you really liked about working on the show?
The people, I'd
The
say.
people. Yeah.
You had to be ready to go, ready to change some look, adaptable. And then you had a crew of people with you that were ready to do that
Mm-hmm.
in every department. So it was really nice. We all got along really well, and that makes a big difference when the
Definitely.
beat gels, yeah.
Um,
Instead of,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And was like in the show is obviously I mean were they like going through scenes, was it like fast paced, like was it, I mean you mentioned before like things there were quick changes, so was it like fast paced this or was it kind of like a gradual, like they took time with the scene and you kind of like figured things out
I think it went pretty quickly.
pretty quick? Yeah.
So many different angles that either Mitch or the director would want. Um, and they would go very quickly as long as the actors were on, and they were. What else did it was? But sometimes we wouldn't know what we were doing, like I said, until
Yeah, just
you're like, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? You just had to be ready to go and rested.
Yep. And one of my favorite parts of the show is I love the banana stand. I just think it's so cool. It's so interesting. It's just like such like a unique part of the show, but that's so memorable. So were you a part of working on the banana stand?
Yes, yes, yeah. That we always had to take it out to Marina Del Rey. That's where we filmed the banana stand.
Uh-huh.
And there was the joke, there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant. So it was kind of fun that, to be surprised by something or the way that turned out.
Yeah. Was there anything else like with the banana stand, like details you remember, like props or anything that you decorated the banana stand with?
Just the signage and then the banana guy.
Oh yeah.
It was very simple. It
Yeah.
was very, very simple, but really well done.
Yeah.
My friend Dawn Snyder, who was the production designer, help with that. So
I mean, yeah, it's
that was
one of the most, I feel like in my, at least in my opinion, one of some of the most like memorable parts of the show. It's just like my dad has a t-shirt that says like there's always money in the banana stand or something. So it's very iconic.
iconic. It's crazy what happens in your life.
Yeah. And both Lucille's home and the Bluth home have so many like little details like I mentioned. How did you but that what one thing I think is so cool about them is the set, like they both kind of have very like minimal like colors, but like make it, they both are almost the same and different, I feel like, because they have like some of the same color schemes, but obviously there's a difference between the Bluth home and Lucille's home because she's kind of has a little bit more fancier. So did you, when you're like decorating sets that kind of have similarities with differences like that, do you have like an intention going into it of how to decorate it, or do you kind of just
Yes,
just plays out like that?
we did some research, and then I started running around town looking for, besides at the model home place, um, looking for really nice fabric because she's
Mm-hmm.
Orange County money.
Yeah.
She's money, and so it's gold, but it's not gold. It's like it's a nicer color, a warmer color. So, but the whole thing makes her she likes money. Obviously,
Yeah.
really was into money and criticizing people.
Yeah.
So it was fun to do, like a really more decorative dining table with the gold details, and her chairs had to be like damask,
Yeah.
the damask material, um, and the bedroom, same thing. It was kind of like having a model home because it all matched, but it wasn't.
Exactly. But it
Her
wasn't.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I pick up too. And you mentioned, so do you do research for like each of the characters or like kind of like the time period before decorating the set?
Yes.
Oh, that's so
Um,
cool. I didn't know that's like so, I mean, that makes so much of a difference, I feel like, because you kind of have, it fits the story more, but
right. It was. You want to have enough stuff in the model home for it to fill it out, but you also want to make it seem like it's sort of sterile.
yeah.
Yeah.
And did you do like the color schemes too? That was something you obviously like figured out for each of the sets or the rooms for the set.
Yeah, it's like the kids' room
Yeah, I
with the brown
remember the
walls and
purple.
the blue,
Yeah.
and that was
I
cool.
know, it's so cool. I feel like love how like everything almost matches but doesn't at the same time. It works out so perfect.
Yeah, it's
Um
like you lived in a little bit.
and now this did you have any role in with Job's like props or like his magic tricks or like the stair car and any of those like other little things like the banana stand that are so iconic with the show?
The banana stand interior, yes, a little bit, or we, make sure all the right props were there with the
Mhm.
prop master. We'd help him. In regards to what was the other one? Sorry.
Well, two. We'll start with maybe the stair car. Did you have anything to do with that?
No, I helped the designer with it a bit, but not really. It's
Uh-huh.
mostly my favorite scene with the stair car is when they're escaping Mexico and they jump over the fence and this onto
Oh
the stair.
yeah, I remember that.
Like that's a very clear memory of mine out in the drier areas of Los Angeles County.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
out.
yeah. What is your favorite part in general of being a set decorator and just like like just like it's such a cool job and so interesting.
People giving me or designers and producers and directors letting me I come up with an idea like we
Mhm.
discussed, but then I get to deliver that idea until I think it would be, and then we make sure it's right for everybody. I'll do a board,
Mhm.
of photographs that pieces I've seen around town at different prop houses, and then put a little title at the top. I bring boards to the meetings to say this is what I was thinking of doing, and
That's so cool.
then they
Yeah.
add a few details, or maybe you could have a little more stuffed animals, or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Almost like a real life Pinterest board, I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. But like you lived in it, except for the model home, of course.
Yeah. And are you working on anything right now? Is there like any projects you want to talk about for like or that you've done recently for set decorating?
I guess Station 19 was the
Oh
most
yeah,
recent.
can you talk a little bit about that? I haven't watched it, but I have watched a couple episodes of Grey's Anatomy, and I know like the general gist of the show. I mean, I feel
Yes,
like that's also like working like hospital kind of shows. Like that detail has to be crazy as well.
right. And sometimes we cross over with the Grey's Anatomy. So
Oh
this
wow.
cross over. And so something would happen to somebody on a helicopter crash, and then they pick up the helicopter crash victim and take him to Grey's Anatomy.
Mhm. And did you have to?
Showrunner,
Yeah.
so, sorry.
No. And I was just gonna ask, like, with like all the different like tools they use in like hospital and everything, like, is that like what is like kind of like your favorite part or like most important part you decorate with on that show?
Well, yes, we would get all of the items for a hospital. Any hospitals we did, we would duplicate Grays or have our own little Grays
Mhm.
sets that we made on our own. And then otherwise, I don't know. What was the second part of that question? I'm
Just
sorry.
what was like because like in a hospital like and especially like like hospital shows kind of like Station 19 and just or not just hospital shows but just like
Yeah.
shows around that like scene what there's so many like specific details and like tools and like things they use um do you ever have to like pay attention to like the detail and like the model of that or something? Is that
Yes,
something you pay
yes.
attention
Even
to?
though the prop master gets the items that you pick up, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we cross over. Like we'll get stuff and lay it out so it looks nice when you come in, and then they can decide whether to use our stuff or theirs. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. But we all try to work together because we have a lot of meetings, to make sure that everybody has the right equipment.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that it seems like a common theme with all the projects is just like working with the other departments is like it's
And
like
you learn a
collaborative.
lot. You learn a lot. There's lots of opinions, and then you have to figure out who to listen to.
Well, this has been great. I have one more fun thing I love to do with my guests. So I do a little thing called rapid fire where I have a few questions, 4 or 5 questions that basically just have anything just to do with life. But and you just kind of give the first answer that comes to your head of what you think of, but no rush either. You don't have to like spit it out in 1 second. So whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite piece of furniture?
Ooh. Favorite piece of furniture? Probably a sofa.
Yeah, I was great. I was gonna say that too. And name like your favorite color.
Green.
Green. That's a good color.
Green, green.
What's the most interesting place you've been, whether for work or vacation or anywhere?
Most interesting place I've been. Well, I worked in New York for a bit. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love New York.
Got moving out there, did a movie and some commercials. And then I realized, no, I didn't want to be bi-coastal.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to do. But I filmed in Florida, just traveling.
Yeah,
I
no,
think San Francisco. We were we filmed a movie called Jade up there at there's an island in between the city. Anyway, there were stages there, so we filmed
that's
there.
Cool. Wow.
It was fun. I really like to go on location. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
I recommend it.
What's your favorite on-set snack?
Good question. I make a lot of good.
You can name a couple.
Let's see. Well, breakfast first of all, because it's sort of breakfast, lunch, and then not dinner usually, unless you're going, 16-hour, 14-hour day. My favorite one. I don't know, I like all the snacks in the production office.
Yeah. Is there like a specific one you usually grab for?
Oh, no, well, I'm going to tell you a quick little story. I did a movie, Lost World, the dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
And they sent us fresh Hershey's, all of their stuff.
Oh, really cool.
Once a week. So we had this drawer in the production office with all the fresh, little Reese's Pieces or, little Reese's Cups.
Yeah.
And it tasted so much better than everything else. Well, this is what it's supposed to taste like.
No, that sounds really cool, though. And my last question is, what do you do for relaxation or to unwind after stressful work day or just any day?
Oh, should I be honest? No, I'm kidding. Some nice meal and maybe a glass of wine.
Yeah, sounds great.
I come from a family that makes wine and beer.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. I am so glad I got to talk to you because I love to get like different perspectives on the set, and I've never talked to a set decorator, like I said. So I think your job is amazing. It's just so cool to see how like you work with all different departments, and like it really especially for Arrested Development, like all the details just come together so well with that.
It's lighting, it's grips, you work with everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has an opinion. So, and it matters. And then as long as that group works well together, it makes it so much more fluid.
Yep, exactly. Well, thank you so much again for doing this.
And thank you very much, and good luck with everything.
Thank you so much, Maureen, for giving us a look behind the scenes. And now, before we search it up, here's a quick fun fact. Did you know that in 2007, Arrested Development was named as one of Time Magazine's 100 greatest shows of all time? And now it's time to search it up. Let's see. Oh! David Cross plays Tobias Funke on Arrested Development, and he was Ian in Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. So next time, we'll be talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. See you then!